The Poky Little Puppy and the Patchwork Blanket, adapted from the Golden Book of the same name. Early one sunny morning, 5 little puppies woke up, yawned, and stretched.
Hey, wake up, everybody!
Oh, I'm still sleepy.
Boy, am I hungry.
What's for breakfast?
There was Pat.
Come on, gang, let's play tug-of-war!
There was Polly.
Okay, is everybody here?
There was Pickles.
Let's count ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone's missing.
And there was Penny.
It's Poky. That Poky little puppy is gone again.
The Poky Little Puppy wasn't his real name. He had an important-sounding name like everyone else. But nobody ever called him anything but Poky.
That's Slowpoke. Let's go to the meadow without him.
Maybe he'll catch up with us.
Come on, I'm going.
Last one to the meadow is a dog-eared hot dog.
Where did everybody go? Hey, wait for me. Aw, they left me behind again.
4 frisky puppies scampered pell-mell, tumble-bumble through the meadow and jumped over a fence.
Hey, wait for me. Wait for me.
Let's race.
All the way to the pond.
What was that?
Oh, my blanket's stuck.
Hey, Pickles, wait up. Poky's crying.
Oh, he's always crying.
No, he's not. What you doing, Poky? That's no way to make your silly old blanket bigger.
I'm not making it bigger, and it's not silly.
If you'd left it at home, you could have jumped over the fence like us.
Then it wouldn't have ripped, Poky.
Oh, come on. Let's help Poky.
So 5 puppies pulled and yanked and tugged and 5 little puppies tumbled in a heap. Then they trotted off to play and didn't notice the big hole in Poky's blanket. But when they got home...
Poky, there's a hole in your blanket. Poky, I told you to leave your blanket in the house. Now I have to mend it. Why do you always take it outside?
Well, it's cuddly, and I like to rub my nose on the little fuzzies, and it smells like all the good places it's been.
Now, if you want to keep this blanket cuddly, never, ever take it outside again.
But the very next day, Poky forgot what Mother had said, and off he went, dragging his blanket. Over the hill, under the fence, and through the mud at the pond.
Come on, let's play Bloodhound.
I'll be the scout.
Gosh, look at those huge footprints.
I bet it's a dinosaur.
Check it out. It's probably a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Look, the tracks lead into the pond.
Watch out for those orange sharks.
We'll sneak up on that dinosaur and jump him all at once.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait a minute. Where's Poky?
The Tyrannosaurus Rex got him.
Silly Pickles. Mother told us to stay together.
Well then, let's go find him.
So 4 frisky little puppies ran pell-mell, tumble-bumble, roly-poly down the hill, bump, right into Poky.
What's the matter, Poky?
My blanket's stuck on this old raspberry bush.
As usual.
Just leave it there and come to play.
Poky, you don't even like raspberries. Come on. Let's help.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go!
5 little puppies pulled and tugged and...
Another hole.
Boy, Mother's going to be mad.
And sure enough, that evening,
Poky, I told you to leave your blanket indoors. No dessert for you tonight.
but Poky forgot what Mother had said. The next morning...
Poky, don't you dare bring your blanket outside.
Oh, come on. You know I can't leave my blanket at home.
Well, suit yourself.
It was a sunshiny day, perfect for King of the Mountain on a stump.
I'm king!
Hide and seek around the mailboxes,
Ready or not, here I come.
and bump a dump on the seesaw, and pretend to be Rocket Dog on the swings. Each time the puppies played a new game, Poky left another piece of his blanket behind.
Is that blanket caught again?
Uh-huh.
Come on, gang. One more time.
Ouch! My blanket. It's getting smaller and smaller. There's only one itty-bitty piece left.
Oh, poor Poky. The blanket was so small that Mother looked at it and shook her head.
Poky, there isn't enough of your blanket left to mend.
Yes, there is. I'm sure I can still sleep under it.
Nope.
No way.
Maybe it will cover my head.
Poor Poky.
I bet I can still snuggle on top of it. Well, it still smells good, and it still has soft fuzzies. I can't sleep without my blanket.
Gee, he's crying.
I didn't know that he liked it that much.
Let's get him a new blanket.
I don't want a new blanket. It wouldn't feel the same or smell the same, and the soft fuzzies on new blankets don't snuggle the same.
So, the Poky little puppy snuggled under that itty-bitty blanket, feeling very, very sorry for himself. The next morning, he woke up all grouchy and cold.
Come on, Poky. Let's play ball.
I don't want to.
Oh, Poky, come
Come
on.
on, Poky.
Pickles had an idea. 5 little puppies ran lickety-split, tumble-bumble, roly-poly all the way to the park.
Look, there's a piece of Poky's blanket.
Here's another piece.
Hey, there's a big piece up here.
Hey, let's ask Mrs. Duck.
Say, Mrs. Duck, did you see Poky's blanket? She said she used it for a nest.
See? I told you. The little ducks liked it because it was so soft.
Why don't you let them keep that one little piece, Poky?
Well, all right.
Back home again, the puppies laid all the pieces together, so proud of themselves.
What good little puppies. You worked hard to find all the pieces,
You bet.
but there still aren't enough to make a whole blanket.
Thanks, everybody. It's just no use.
Then, Pickles had another idea.
Here, take a piece of my green blanket.
You can have a piece of my yellow blanket.
Red's the best. Take a piece of mine.
I want to share my blue blanket, too. Then Mother added some pretty scraps she'd been saving for a rug. The puppies snuggled down for a snooze. Then Mother sewed all the pieces together. The next morning...
It's time to wake up.
Hey, Poky, look!
Whoa, it's pretty.
Wow, this is the most beautiful blanket in the whole wide world. Thank you, everybody.
Can we share?
Oh, yes, you shared with me. And I'll never, ever take this new blanket outside.
The Sailor Dog. Adapted from the Golden Book of the same name. Out on the sea when the winds blow and the waves splash and the sea bells clang, the wind is called a gale. One day on the stormy sea, a sturdy little boat was tossed by the waves, and in the teeth of the gale, a puppy was born.
A little boy dog
What shall we call him?
Scuppers, that's the best name for a sailor dog.
As Scuppers grew, he braved many a gale. He proved to be a true sailor dog.
I am Scuppers the sailor dog. I'm Scuppers the sailor dog. I can sail in a gale right over a whale. Whee! Wonderful sail in a fog. I'm Scuppers the sailor dog.
On sunnier days, Scuppers peered out over the sea with his spyglass.
Oh boy, tooting boats, tugboats, slow boats, and rubber boats. I like boats.
Yes, Scuppers was brave and strong and happy. He probably would have sailed on forever and ever. But one day...
We have decided that our family should try something new.
Something new? But Skipper, I'm a sailor dog.
Oh, but Scuppers, there are lots of exciting things to do. Scuppers, we're moving to a farm.
A farm? Forever? I'm a sailor dog.
But Scuppers' parents were sure he would soon change his mind about the country. So early the next morning, Scuppers and his family sailed into the harbor. Their friends were sad to see them go.
Sharon will miss you, mate. You've been a grand old friend.
Ahoy, Scuppers! Have a jolly time on the farm.
Thanks, Captain. I'll try. I promise I will.
Scuppers and his family traveled to the farm on a train.
All aboard!
After what seemed like an endless trip, Scuppers arrived in the country. It was an interesting change from the sea. The one thing that Scuppers liked best about the country was the pond. Often, when he missed the salt spray, he'd take his fishing pole and spyglass and play at the pond for hours. Yes, Scuppers, born at sea, was a sailor. And when he grew old enough, he knew it was time to return to the sea.
Psst, Skipper, wake up. Skipper, today's the day I go back to sea. But I'll really miss you.
Oh, well, take care, matey, and be sure to write. You know, son, I miss the sea, too.
So Scuppers was finally on his way back to the sea. Scuppers walked down one country road and another, until suddenly he heard...
A boat! Ahoy there!
But it wasn't a boat. Now Scuppers had never seen a plane before.
Is it fun to travel in?
Yep.
Does it float?
Nope. But it does ride high in the sky.
But I don't want to ride high in the sky.
Hey, we're cleared for takeoff. All aboard!
I want to sail on the ocean. I'm a sailor dog.
So Scuppers walked on, until just before sundown, he heard...
Hey, look at that. My Auntie Amanda. Auntie Amanda, it's good to see you again. It's me, Scuppers. Oh, Scuppers? Oh, I have a bit of a problem. No problem, Auntie. I'll fix it in a jiffy.
Scuppers did fix the car.
Auntie Amanda, I have a problem, too. I've got to get to the sea. Could you take me there? Well, I could take you to the city. In the city, you can catch the train back to the sea. That would be great.
It wasn't far to the city.
Excuse me, Admiral. Which way to the sea?
Sharon, you take a train, son. That way.
All aboard!
Scuppers got on a train. The train took him to the sea, and his feet took him pattering down the stairways just as fast as he could go. On the ocean was a ship. It was blowing all its whistles.
Ahoy there! A perfect ship for a sailor dog.
Scuppers jumped aboard, and his ship began to move slowly along. The wind blew him.
I'm at sea at last.
He stood on the bowsprit and gazed through his spyglass at the big, wide world ahead. That night, Scuppers threw the anchor into the sea and went down to his little room. He hung his hat on the hook for his hat, and his rope on the hook for his rope, and his pants on the hook for his pants, and his coat on the hook for his coat, and his spyglass on the hook for his spyglass. And he put his shoes under the bed, which was a bunk. And he got into his bunk and snuggled under his quilt.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm going to sleep like an old salt tonight. Oh.
And he went to sleep. But during the night, too big a storm blew out of the sky. The anchor dragged. The ship was tossed up and down, rolled and shaken by the angry waves. Lightning flashed and water washed over the deck. Suddenly, the ship crashed onto the rocks. In the morning, Scuppers finally awoke and swam ashore.
Well, thank goodness I can swim. Oh, no. My ship has a big hole in its side. It's foggy and rainy. I need a house.
But there were no houses.
There's lots and lots of driftwood, some old boards, and what's that? An old rusty box stuck in the sand. Maybe it's a treasure.
It was a treasure to Scuppers, an old-fashioned toolbox with a hammer and nails and an axe and a saw.
Oh, boy! I'll build a house all by myself out of driftwood.
So Scuppers built a house all by himself. He built a door and a window and a roof and a porch, and he found some red bricks and built a big red chimney. After building his house, Scuppers was hungry, so he went fishing. The first fish he caught never came up.
Oh, golly.
The second fish he caught got away.
It's much too small.
But the next fish he caught,
This is just right.
that night he cooked the fish he caught, and the smoke went right up the chimney. Then the stars came out, and Scuppers jumped into his deep green bed and went to sleep. And as he slept, Scuppers dreamed.
If I could build a house, I could mend the hole in my ship.
And that's exactly what he did. So Scuppers finally had his ship and finally had his sea.
But I don't look like a sailor dog. My shirt is torn, my hat and coat are gone, and my shoes are all worn out. Only my breeches are good. Oh, no. I'll put into port and go shopping.
So he sailed away until he came to a seaport.
Excuse me, I want to buy some clothes just right for a sailor dog.
Certainly, sir. How about this red one?
Too small.
Here's a blue one, just right. It has shiny brass buttons.
Ah, this is the perfect jacket for a sailor dog.
Now, you need a hat. Here's a purple one.
Too silly.
But what about this white one?
Just right.
Try these new shoes.
Oh, too small.
Or those red ones?
Too fancy.
Then he tried some white ones.
Just right.
Now Scuppers looks like the sailor he is. Back on his ship, when the stars come out, he drops anchor. He takes one last look through his spyglass. Then he goes below to his little cabin. He hangs his hat on the hook for his hat. He hangs his spyglass on the hook for his spyglass. He hangs his new coat on the hook for his coat. And his pants on the hook for his pants. And his new rope on the hook for his rope. His new shoes he puts under his bunk.
Oh, I love to climb into my bunk and listen to the waves lapping against the hull, to the ship creaking and the gulls crying. I can look out the porthole to the stars and the deep blue sky, and I know how happy I'll always be. A sailor sailing the deep green sea. I am Scuppers the sailor dog. I'm Scuppers the sailor dog. I can sail in a gale, right over a whale, under full sail in a fog. I am Scuppers the sailor dog. I'm Scuppers the sailor dog. With a shake and a start, I can sail into port, under full sail in a fog. I'm Scuppers the sailor dog.
Little Toad to the rescue. Adapted from the Golden Book of the same name. Hi there, young'un. Bet you like a good story about a real hero. Well, this is a story about the greatest hero I ever knew. Little Toad was just, well, your ordinary kid. About your age, I guess. He'd never done anything unusual before. And all started on a very hot, lazy day in August.
Boy, is it hot. Little Toad, we're in big trouble. The world is drying up. This is the worst weather I've ever seen.
What are we gonna do?
Nothing to do. We'll have to bury ourselves in the mud at Green Pond or shrivel up too.
Well, I'm not gonna miss out on all the fun this summer sitting in any old mud. I'm going for water.
What? Well, now, it's risky. You've never been out of the garden by yourself before.
Fiddlesticks. I'm the toughest toad in these parts. I'm plenty big enough. Besides, I'm bored.
So Toad set out for Green Pond. He followed the bugs through the garden.
Hey, what's this?
You're in for more adventures than you might think. Take my advice and hop quick as a wink.
Hey, watch out! You're spilling on me.
Excuse me. Hero Rito Toad, watch out for the crow. He'll eat you, you know.
Old crows don't know beans about catching me. But thanks anyway.
From the tomato patch, Toad went deeper into the garden.
Garden spiders, click beetles, ba-doop-a-doop-a-doop, ladybugs. Caw, caw, caw. What? Caw, caw, caw!
Just at that moment, Craven Crow swept over Little Toad. In the nick of time, Little Toad dived under the milkweed bush.
Oh, he saw me. I'm sure I'm crow bait for sure. I've only got one chance.
Little Toad swung his bucket right at that mean old crow.
Oh! Ah! 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 Here comes number 2.
Ouch! Ouch!
Ah! 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 Phew! Boy, was that close!
Hooray! You scared that bully away.
Boy, I thought he had me that time. Say, who are you?
I'm Monique. Where were you going with those heavy buckets?
To Green Pond. The whole garden is in danger.
So you're going to bring back water. Wow, that's quite a project. Do you realize how far it is to the pond? And how dangerous it is ahead?
Well, I never thought of that. But the garden must be saved. So thanks for the warning. I'll watch out.
Little Toad had a job to do. That's all he knew. So, in spite of everybody's warnings, he was determined to keep going.
Nobody cares that the garden is drying up, and now I've lost my way. I can't see the pond, but I hear something. I hear music.
I hear sound, it's a buzz, buzz, boom. Here come the meanies with the tumpy tum-tum. And here come the hornets in a stinging attack. Look out, little Toad, they'll be on your back.
Hey, you're all right. Ha! Hornets on my back. Hornets on my back. Hornets on my back! Ow! 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 Good thing I jumped into this pond. Hey, I found it. I found the pond. Water, water everywhere. I could just swim and swim and swim. Hey, what's this? Something funny is going on. I smell smoke. I see smoke. Oh, no. No, that house is on fire. I'll get my buckets and help.
Faster than flippin' flapjacks, Toad had those buckets full of water and was handing them to the frogs who started a bucket brigade.
Yo-ho, heave-ho!
The flames went higher and higher. Bucket after bucket of water was thrown on the fire.
My house is burning. Help! Help! More water! More buckets! Hurry!
Pull it on the kitchen! Throw some water on the roof!
What a fire! And on the hottest day of the year, it seemed as if the fire would never be under control. But finally, it was out.
What would I do without you? Oh, Thank you, brave frogs.
And thank little Toad for refilling our buckets with water.
What a hero! He got here with his buckets just in time.
What are you doing here, little Toad? We thought you lived in the garden.
That's the problem. The garden is drying up, so I came to get water. I beat up a fierce crow. Then a whole airborne fleet of hornets dive-bombed me. And then the fire. And now I've got to fill my buckets and head for home.
Yo-ho, folks. No reason we can't be neighborly. Let's help brave little Toad rescue the garden.
Fill him up! Let's go!
So the Bucket Brigade followed Little Toad all the way back to the garden, meeting Little Toad's friends all along the way.
There's plenty of water now, Papa Toad.
I'm so proud of you, little Toad.
So as the Bucket Brigade watered the garden, filled the shower, and got everything growing again, Little Toad told Papa Toad about all his amazing adventures. But when he got to the part about the crow, he remembered Monique.
Monique? Where is Monique? You don't suppose she got hurt by the crow or something?
Oh, don't you worry, Little Toad. Monique's just fine.
Then where is she?
See that little green pod, Toadie? Believe it or not, Monique is inside it.
Is she really inside there?
Yep, she sure is.
What's she doing?
She's changing.
Changing to what?
Oh, you'll see. Let's bring her to the garden.
Will she come out?
She might do that. You never can tell. So we broke off Monique's leaf and took her back to the garden in her cocoon.
Hey, look, everybody. We found Monique. Everybody's here now. Let's have a party.
Yay! Oh, so everyone decorated the garden and the party began.
Where's the cake? Here it comes!
Delicious peppermint.
Look, everybody. Monique's cocoon is opening.
There she goes. She's stepping off into the air.
Look, she can fly. She can fly. It's like magic.
I can fly with the other butterflies.
And so that's how it was. A hot, lazy day in August. And Little Toad, well, he was just your ordinary kid.
What a wonderful day.